Cheers people, Judge Rect speaking, and this is another video about GRANBLUE FANTASY Versus. When I was playing the game, I noticed a lot of German words. Actually, a lot of Japanese game devs like to put German words into their fantasy games. Being German myself, it has to be me explaining to people what they mean. Alright, you ready? Let's get started. Very early in the story mode, you'll learn about a faction called Erste Empire. The word Erste means first, so you can translate Erste Empire to First Empire. Next we have Royal Capital Feendrache. Fee means fairy and Drache means dragon or drake. Put it together and you have the royal capital of Fairy Dragon or Fairy Drake. Flamberge is the name of a big two-handed sword originating in Europe during the Middle Ages. The weapon got its name from the flame-like blade and you could translate it to Flame Mountain. Flam comes from Flamme, which means flame, and Berge comes from Berg, which means mountain. I'm not a historian though, so I might be wrong here. Geisterpeitsche translates to ghost whip or spirit whip. Geist means ghost, but can also be translated to spirit. We Germans usually use Geist for both, a ghost-like creature that haunts you, as well as referring to our spirits within. Heiliges Schwert is simple. It means holy sword, that's it. Next is our first skill, and this one is Charlotta's parry called Königsschild. König means king and Schild means shield. The simple translation would be King's Shield, but Royal Guard would probably also work. Then we have Lancelot's Wogenstrom. It is a bit difficult to translate this directly, but Wogen can be described as mighty waves. Something with a lot of force behind it, picturing a giant wave of water or wind blowing something away. Strom means current, but not to describe what time it is, but more like an electrical current. Something that carries energy. If I translate Wogenstrom into English, I'd probably say mighty current that carries something to blow you away. Another skill of Lancelot, Turbulence, translates to turbulence. Weißflügel are two words, Weiß and Flügel. Weiß means white, Flügel means wings. Weißflügel means white wings. When you look at the skills animation, you'll see why the attack has the name. And the last Lancelot skill on this list, it's his super skybound art, Schöner Winterhügel. Schön means beautiful. In the German language, we have masculine and feminine nouns. Schöner is referring to someone or something beautiful that is considered masculine. For example, schöner Mann. For something feminine, it is schöne. Winterhügel means winter hill. Hügel, the hill, is considered masculine in the German language. That's why the skill's name is not schöne or schön, but schöner Winterhügel. Beautiful winter hill. Moving on to Percival, we start with something super simple, X Seele. X means X, it is just a letter, nothing special here. Seele means soul, that would translate this skill to X soul, whatever that means. Anzünden, that is a verb and it means ignite, fits the character for sure. Platzen translates to burst, but can also be used to describe something exploding. Burst would be better here though, because the word explosion has a German translation and that is explodieren. Schneiden is another verb and it means cut. Macht is a noun and means power. Yes, Percival is powerful. Zerreißen comes from reißen, which means rip. Zerreißen is a word to describe someone ripping something apart. Träumerei. I don't know whether there is a direct word for that, but Traum means dream. Träumerei translates into dreamery. Someone is dreaming around, basically. Next one is a bit tricky. Lohenwolf. As Lohen, we describe something that burns really hot. I'd probably call the skill Blazing Wolf or Fiery Wolf or something like that. Moving on to Percival's super skybound art. It is called Feuerrote Krone. Feuer means fire, Rot means red, Krone means crown. Put everything together and you have a fire red crown. Next one is a bit weird, calling a skill like that. Ein Ball simply means a ball. Fairy is not throwing a ball in the animation, that's why I don't get it, but it is what it is. Gespenst is like Geist, a ghost. We Germans use Gespenst to refer to a spooky-like creature, while Geist can also be, as explained earlier, your inner spirit. Vergiften is a verb and means to poison. Fairy is not applying any poison to the enemy with this attack, but again, it is what it is. And the last skill I found is Fairy's Hinrichten. Hinrichten is also a verb and translates to execute. I feel this skill's name is also weird because she does not execute anything, she buffs herself up. Aside from the skills, there are also 3 songs in the game having German names. Lancelot's theme is called Weißer Drache. We had both words earlier. Weiß means white, Drache means dragon, Weißer Drache means white dragon. Then we have Percival's theme. Lohengrin is something I cannot fully translate. Lohen again refers to something really hot, almost a blaze, and grin could simply mean the English grin, describing a fiery smile maybe, not sure on this one. And the very last German word on this list is the name of Fairy's theme song. It is called Licht, and that simply means light. That's all German words I found on GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus. I hope you had fun watching, and if so, please leave a like so I know what content you people enjoy and what not. There's still some turbulenzen in my real life at the moment, but expect me to release more and more fighting game related content in the future. Until then, thanks for watching and have a nice day.